Hello everyone, it's Kaifu here with game 1 in the series between Taz and Matt. We have Taz on the left side playing Pricia, while on the right side we do have Matt playing Fox. So this will be a Fox against Pricia matchup. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys be like, oh, it's another Pricia deck. Pricia the base master, very annoying type of war. But in this feature match, it's not Pricia the beast master, it's actually Pricia friend to animals. Now this is a pretty much ascendant version of the original Pricia from the 7 King set. Pretty much is it have the same strategy but the same effect as well. The only difference between this card and the original card from the 7 King set is that this one has energized and his attack stats and defense stats is a lot better in a way. So everything is completely the same, no different, and the active build is global effect instead of targeting, which is great. So it allows you to buff your whole entire field up. So again, like I said before, this is a very similar strategy. Get those sacred beasts out on the battlefield because you do have the ability to mana fix all these sacred beasts from your hand to play for any color of will you want. So you're dropping those phoenix, dropping those turtle, those dragons, and those tigers allows you to get a lot more benefit out of it. And the ability will stack on like a bit the ability will get a lot more powerful the more sacred beasts out of the battlefield, gaining more life, burning more cards, bouncing higher costs, and so on. Now we do have Matt on the right side is playing Fox. Now Fox is very powerful in the early game, able to get those command on the battlefield, 12 flyers, mana ramp, and so on. Nothing to laugh at all. But however, there's a consistency issue with Fox in general, which is relying on that killing stone. If you don't get those killing stone ASAP, pretty much your whole deck cannot function at all. Because again, you do really need those killing stone to enable to your Chimera in your sideboard, because in the main board most likely you will not be playing any high cost type resonators, so you do need to find some way to get those killing stone. Cards such as Firefox does allow you to get into your killing stone a bit faster by sacking one of your stones and so on. Not only that, you can play other cards like your Drizzle Blizzing, allows you to search for a certain stone you want and comes down and tap. So life point wise currently it's 3,700 compared to 3,700 life point. Field wise we do have a Barrier Shadow compared to Death Sight and a Fiery Fox. So again, we do see Matt doesn't have any killing stone, which is an issue. Without any killing stone he cannot function his whole entire deck. So without those killing stone, you really need those killing stone to enable your Chimera plays, but without those there's an issue. In comes the killing stone by sacking the one of the stones he has to enable him to get to the killing stone he needs. But the Soul Hunt will result forcing Matt to sacrifice the Firefox on the battlefield, and knowing that one card in hand as well, which could be an issue because he is losing 2 cards against another 2 cards. So it's pretty much a full advantage for Taz, even though he is a 1-for-1, but however it's disrupting his opponent's play, which is quite important. So let's see now. What can Taz do with 2 mana open? We're not quite sure yet at the moment, but however, at the moment Matt cannot do much with his current situation. So let's see. Untapping phase and then going into the main phase right away. So let's see. Let's see what can Matt do. Matt is going to decide to J-activate, flipping to the Fox side. Quite risky because you don't have anything on the battlefield to sack right away, so you're relying on those cards you can play later. Hopefully it doesn't get stopped by your opponent, especially with 2 mana open. So let's see, paying 1 to 2, yeah, paying 1 to play a Tama because he had to pay 1 for J-activating because of Barrier Shadow's effect. Now for those who don't know, Barrier Shadow does force your opponent to pay 1 resource each time your opponent wants to activate the ability of Regalia on the battlefield or decide the judgment. But Tama allows him to draw 1 card, so a minor misplay play by Matt, because again you really shouldn't J-activate at this point, because again you wouldn't know your opponent will have some way to stop your play. But again, who knows, because at the moment it looks like Matt skipped a stone for turn because he did J-activate. So let's see what can Taz do now with 4 resources open, putting him in the lead with resource wise. Passing turn with 4 stone open, so quite interesting. Using Fox to recycle. Did he recycle killing stone? I don't think he recycled killing stone. He recycled the Pricia stone. Now I'm pretty sure this was a minor misplay played by both players. Both players should have been aware of the Fox effect. Only recycle as a killing stone, not any stones you want. and obviously Matt did a little misplay. I'm pretty sure he didn't do it on purpose. So let's see. Now, obviously there was an issue with that, but however, Taz should have realized as well if he was going against that matchup. Paying 300 life points to keep the Pricia stone on untapped mode, so pretty much you can use that resource this turn for the cost of your 300 life that you just played. So let's see what can Matt do now. So Matt hopefully can play a Chimera on the battlefield, because again he is quite slowed down in a way, because again by turn 1 or turn 2 you'll be expected to do a Chimera play most majority of the time. So yeah, dropping the Abdul in play. Abdul being 6/6, a very strong ability, stunning the whole entire enter ability from your opponent's play, which does Sacred Beast relies on. They rely on a lot of enter abilities, but however, so far we've seen that Pricia Taz deck hasn't been putting any Sacred Beast on the battlefield, so it's most likely that Abdul is not going to be worth it to be doing anything. So he could be sacrificing the Tama, the Abdul, and a Killing Stone to get a Chimera out from his sideboard. Majority of the time, most likely with the sideboard. You will never put a Chimera in the main deck unless you shuffle the Horn. In comes the Chimera, getting 2 more stone, 1 Killing Stone, and 1 Rose Memoria, putting stuff up to 5 stones compared to Taz's 4 stone now. Again, Griffin is a very powerful card, able to get the mana rep. Not only that, it's a flying 12/12, which is quite huge for sacrificing a stone, a resonate, and a 2 resonates, should I say. In comes the assistant. Assistant attempts to grab a card back, but in comes the Whirlwind, and Matt does pay the 1 resource he needs to get resolved the assistant, and drawing 1 card from the Tama effect. So he can use the assistant and the Tama to sacrifice on his opponent's turn, because he does have 1 Killing Stone in play to get another Chimera out if necessary. So let's see what can really Taz do now. Now Taz just received a whole bunch of promos, and he's just going through and see what it is. So yeah, nothing to worry about. It's not like he's going through like some random bunch of cards and so on. So yeah, so let's see what can both players do now. In comes the Endless Night, killing the Griffin, which is one of the Chimeras, and Griffin goes to graveyard. Not only that, Endless Night has a bonus effect as well, which allows him, or allows the card to -2/-2 the whole entire field of the opponent's field, I believe. So killing the Tama right away as well. Now without the Tama in play and he's completely tapped out, he cannot use the Chimera effect on his opponent's turn, getting another Griffin now, or another Chimera if he necessarily need to. So putting a huge setback for Matt at the moment. Let's see what can Taz do. Currently, Taz hasn't been putting much on battlefield besides the Barrier Shadow, so which is kind of concerning, because like without anything on the battlefield, you can do so much with a lot of reaction cards. You need to do something at least onto the battlefield. In comes another Pricia Stone. Let's see, does Matt pay for it or not. Looks like he doesn't wish to pay for it, so it comes in tapped. So which is a good sign for Taz, because less resource for Matt to play with. In comes the Tama, drawing another card. Attacking with the system directly for 500 point damage, which does put Taz down to 2,900 life compared with Matt's 3,500. So let's see now. Looks like Taz is in a difficult situation that he doesn't want to be in. In comes the effect of the Chimera, or the Fox should say, sacrificing the Assistant, Tama, and the Killing Stone, and the Killing Stone will drain the opponent's life, and he will gain a life as well. When I mean here, I mean Matt. It looks like he will be targeting another Griffin, but looks like yet he's getting another Griffin to get more mana ramp, what he really needs, so get more resource than his opponent, so he can use those resources to his full advantage if he needs. But however, I'm not sure how effective Griffin is in the mid to late game, because again, Griffin is very powerful in the late game, getting there's a lot of resource in play to outplay your opponent, but we are already in the mid to late game now, so again, like I said before, Matt has been slowed down a bit due to the fact that he couldn't do much. In comes the Moonbeam. Moonbeam playing X+1, so we're getting 1 cost out. Looks like most likely he's getting a Resonator, maybe Tama or Monkey. He's getting the Monkey out. Obviously, Monkey can recycle himself when he goes to graveyard, which is great by paying 100 life point. Well, you have to pay 100 life point because it's a compulsory effect, so meaning that he has like a full of gas of Darkness Resonate, because the Monkey will come back to hand because of if any way to get to the graveyard, unless he has his ability to move like Ban Magic and so on. So let's see now. What can Matt do now? Matt has a Monkey, Chimera, and Abdul 1 Apollo and 1 Depth Sight compared to Taz 1 Lonely Barrier Shadow. In comes the Silver Light, stunning the Abdul. Even though Abdul won't affect Taz as much, but Abdul is still a 6/6, can still do a lot of damage. And here comes the Heavenly Gust, doing massive AoE damage to the Regalia, destroying the Depth Sight and the Apollo, so making it really impossible for his opponent to use those Regalia to his full potential, because most of the time Apollo is to dodge kill spells or dodge some kind of removal in a way. But since the Apollo is going, he has nothing to worry about. So let's see. Currently life point wise, 2,800 compared to 3,600 life point. Field wise, Monkey, Griffin compared to a Pricia and a Barrier Shadow on the battlefield. Let's see what can Matt do now. I do see Matt have like 1 time space in hand, and I believe he has a Titania in hand as well, by the looks of it. So he can run time space his opponent's Pricia down to 0, killing it. Obviously not leaving with Taz with anything to play with, so which is my concern. Paying 1 to activate the Depth Sight effect. But for those who don't know, the rule is that Barrier Shadow only affects on the battlefield. I'm pretty sure it affects on the battlefield, so it doesn't really affect cards in the graveyard such as Depth Sight and so on. So he didn't really need to pay 1, but what most importantly, he's removing 3 cards from his graveyard. Removing them is one of a Griffin, so which does allow him to search it out once again from the remove pile. Now for those who don't know, Fox has the ability to search out from the deck, hand, hand, deck, and remove pile and the sideboard. So he has 4 options to grab with at the moment. So by removing those Chimera, which does allow him to reuse them from the remove pile. So let's see what can Matt do now. So currently Matt is in control with powerful resonators, attacking in the way 12-12, flying. So obviously it can't be blocked by Pricia, so Taz have to definitely take it. Looks like attacking the Monkey directly, going very offensive, and Taz will be questioning why would you do that, and declare a block with the Pricia because you say, you know what, I'm not going to die from anything unless you have a kill spell. Most likely Matt does, otherwise he wouldn't be making that play. In comes the time space, -5/-5 to the Pricia, and drawing 1 card as well. And time space does have remnant, so he can use it once again. And he decides to use it once more, killing the Pricia. Not only he got rid of Pricia and drawing 2 cards from time space, he's also doing 1 measly damage to his opponent. So putting Taz down to 1,500. Not looking too good because again, the Killing Stone will slowly drain down your life point, and especially if Matt decides to play another Resonate and use Fox effect to sacrifice it and get another Chimera out, or get something out of the battlefield and put himself in the strong lead. Example is that he can get into the other Chimera. I can't remember the name of it. He can look at your opponent's hand to discard it or destroy a Regalia or an addition on the battlefield. In comes Unseen Pressure killing the Firefox, but I'm quite surprised at the fact that he didn't actually use the Fox effect to sacrifice the Monkey and the Firefox to get another Chimera out to destroy the Regalia, or not Regalia, destroy the addition that his opponent has at the moment. But it seems like Taz is scooping it up and can't do much, so game 1 goes to Matt, so let's prepare for game 2. Okay guys, welcome back to game 2 now. We are in game 2 as I said before, with game 1 in the bag for Matt. Less pressure for him, but however, different story for Taz at the moment. Taz have to force out the game 2 onto his favor, otherwise the game just finished from there. And looks like that Taz substitute his Pricia out for Charlotte. Now Charlotte is mostly a control type of ruler to slow down aggressive type of deck with the wrestling ability, and not only that, has the ability to draw cards if you down it in hand advantage. And surprisingly, Taz decided to go second. Even though he lost game 1, he chose to go second to get the Energize to his favor by the looks of it. So let's see how it goes from there. So I'm not sure about his deck strategy now, because again, Pricia is mostly focused on the Sacred Beast type of deck, but then he's substituted out into Charlotte. So I'm not sure how he sideboard those Sacred Beasts out if he was playing any Sacred Beasts in the first place, because again, in game 1 we didn't see any Sacred Beasts at all. But however, Matt is in a not bad position as well, but however he do really need those Killing Stone to enable his Chimera plays. At the moment he only has a Tama, Depth Sight and 2 Rules Memorial, which is an issue. Without those Killing Stone you cannot enable your deck what you should be doing, which is getting those Chimera early in the game, getting Troll Flies, Mana Ramping and so on. And Matt decides to attack 200 directly with the Tama, doing 200 measly damage. Might not be much, but however it could be useful in the long run. Then playing Familiar in play. Familiar, when it goes to graveyard in any single way, allows him to search for a Troll Apostle from his deck to his hand. So let's see now. Life point wise, 3,800 compared to 4,000 life point. Field wise, Leviathan and Barry Shadow compared to a Apollo, Depth Sight, Tama, and a Familiar in play. So let's see what can Taz do now. Taz does have 2 resources open to play with, but it depends what can Matt do on his following play. We do know for the fact that Taz doesn't have to worry about the Killing Stone because not worry about Chimera because there's no Killing Stone in play, should I say. So putting him in the strong position he needs to be. Recovering everything except for the Tama, I think he actually forgot, but later in the turn he will remember about it. Paying 1 to drop the Tama to draw a card. Again, drawing cards not too bad, especially getting key cards you need. Getting a Firefox not too bad for speeding the deck up into a Killing Stone you need to have. And speaking of Killing Stone, in comes the Killing Stone. Sadly, he cannot get a Chimera out because again, we do need a ruler that hasn't tapped for a resource this turn. Since he did, that's an issue. And paying 3 to use Endless Night by using a Leviathan from his hand to pay 1 for the resource, and using Endless Night to kill the Tama. Not only that, Endless Night has a bonus effect as I mentioned in game 1, -2/-2 to his whole opponent's entire field. So killing the 2 Tamas and the Familiar. But however, Familiar able to search for a Troll Apostle to add to his hands, not too bad. Not only that, the Tama did his job already by drawing 1 card, so not much advantage has been lost by Matt. But however, Taz did lose a Leviathan from his hand for that mana pitch. Paying 2 to play a Firefox in play, which does allow him to ramp into key card stones he needs, like for example maybe another Killing Stone, such he needs to put himself in a better position he should be. We're already at the 17-minute and 30-second mark now, but let's see what can Taz do. It is quite a slow game at the moment because both players haven't been doing much, while Taz has been stopping Matt from doing anything. And obviously Matt doesn't have a Killing Stone in the first few turns, so he couldn't get his power Chimera plays that we usually should see in the early game. In the early game, we will want to see a lot of Chimeras to put the pressure on board for Taz. But it seems like Taz is passing turn with 4 resources open, which is 1 Energize and 3 stones to play with. Now it's back to Matt's turn. Let's see what Matt can do. Matt, before recovery, sacrificing a Killing Stone to get a not Killing Stone, sacrificing a Rules Memorial to get another stone out. And let's see. Looks like something's happened before recovery, using Unseen Pressure to kill the Firefox before letting recover. So not allowing Matt to have any resource on the battlefield to sacrifice for the Fox. Now here's the issue, we don't know what Matt can do at the moment. He can put Resident on the battlefield, but he has to be careful with the Seal time Seal with a light, because again Taz does have 1 green and 1 white resource at the moment. He decided not to deactivate and tap for another stone, and looks like he'll be playing a slow game at the moment. The strategy is not going to his favor because his opponent is slowing him down with like removal spells and so on, not putting stuff into his favor. Looks like he's passing turn with 4 resources open. Not looking too good because again, if you actually versus a real Pricia deck in the competitive scene, you're pretty much wide open for massive attack. But again, this is not Pricia the true Beastmaster video, so let's go on with the game. So let's see what Taz can do. Tapping for another Magic Stone, hitting the home of Ebon, obviously paying 300 life to put him down to 3,500, and removing the top card from Matt's deck. And we didn't see what it was, but maybe it was a Moonbeam, I'm not sure. Again, in comes G-Tank, played by Taz. G-Tank has 4 powerful abilities, well not powerful but useful abilities, allows you to gain a lot of advantages depending on how many mana you pay. You pay 1 mana, you actually gain 200 life, you pay 2 resource, you target resident battle against barrier, you pay 3, draw a card, or you pay 4 to risk target resident / J-Ruler. So what can Matt do now? Matt is not in the best position, but again, his opponent's not doing anything at the moment, so he's fine at the moment. J activating to the Fox. Quite risky again. I would wait for and see what he did. Playing the Assistant, in comes the time, Seal Wind and Light. Obviously cancelling the play, and J activating was so pointless at this point. He should have just tapped for another Magic Stone, but again, he did the early J activate before playing any resident in the battlefield. Dropping a Hydromonica in play, and then using Soul Hunt, forcing the opponent to discard 1 card, so I 1-for-1 removal. So discounting the Apollo, because the Apollo is useless, especially his opponent cannot have any battlefield, or doesn't have any way to recycle his cards. J activating right away, using Charlotte. Charlotte allows him to draw 5 cards, up to 5 cards, and so he'll be gaining 5 life as well. For each card you draw, you gain an additional 1 life. So we're drawing 5 cards for 5 life. So back to 4,000 life points. So it seems like all the damage that Matt tried to attempt to do didn't do anything at all. Back to Matt's turn now. Looks like the game has reset for a bit because both players still on 4,000 life. Not only that, the pressure is on for Matt at the moment, because Matt has nothing on the battlefield to defend himself against his Charlotte. But thanks to the depth side, Charlotte cannot attack right away. But again, we did see shuffling a Rules Memorial back to the Magic Stone deck using Fox ability. Again, you can only shuffle a Killing Stone. You cannot shuffle any stone you want. I'm pretty sure, again, it's just a minor misplay that both players did not pay attention to. Taz should have paid attention and see what he did in general, but I think he wasn't paying attention at all. He was just having a lot of fun, I guess. So let's see now. He's thinking about his play at the moment. Checking his graveyard to see what resource he has left in Ty's deck, or what can he do. Well, he definitely can tap for stone, since that Fox on the J-Roll side doesn't do any attack damage at all. Yeah, tapping for stone. Getting another Pricia stone. Looks like he's thinking about whether he should pay for it or not. Looks like no, he's not paying for it, so staying at 4,000 life still. Let's see now. Let's see what Matt can do with 4 resources open. His opponent is tapped out. I can't see with Taz's hands blocking, but I do see 1 resource open. No, he has 2 resources open, so he does have a potential Seal Wind and Light in his hand. Dropping the Moonbeam. Moonbeam comes to play to search for a card, 1 cost most likely, but let's see what can Taz do. Taz is using, oh no way, you're not getting any search power. In comes the time Seal Wind Light, or Seal Time Light. Let me say again, Seal Wind and Light, sorry about that. I don't know why I keep saying Seal Time Light, I don't know why. So cancelling out the Moonbeam, not allowing Matt to search for any cards he needs, like monkeys, Tamas, and so on. Putting a stressful position for Matt at the moment, because at the moment Taz is slowly gaining a lot more life now. He decided to tap for stone instead of attacking. I'm not sure why you will attack, not attack directly, because your opponent is wide open. You have 2 regals in play. Obviously, you can do this to your full potential and do some minor damage at least, forcing the opponent to where he wants to be. But tapping for another stone, I'm not sure why. Well, maybe he's searching for a blue source, because he doesn't have a blue resource to activate Charlotte's ability to bounce a card back, which can be concerning, because without any blue resource, you can't really use the active ability on Charlotte to bounce a card back. Tapping for another Magic Stone. Playing a Arakia Bird in play. Obviously, Arakia Bird allows you to draw a card when it leaves the battlefield or leaves the non-field zone, or you can use the inheritance from your hand to discard it to draw 1 card. Either way, you still draw a card, so let's see what can that Arakia Bird do. Good for defending, good for drawing, and so on. It depends what Matt does with it. Matt's thinking about his play at the moment. Let's see. We're already at the 25-minute mark almost. 24.3 should I say. Looks like he's passing turn with a Arakia Bird in play, and then looks like Taz, before draw phase, he actually cracked the Hydromonica by paying 2 resources to add a card on top of his deck, but I'm not sure what he's trying to add. It looks like he's looking at that Blazer in his deck to put on top to do some offensive damage. Oh, he's thinking about the time seal. Not time seal. Seal Wind and Light. Sorry about that. I don't know what he's time seal. Looks like he's adding... I'm not sure. He hasn't chosen yet. I can't see what he added. Most likely it was time seal. Oh my god, not time seal. Seal Wind and Light. Sorry about that. I don't know why I keep saying time seal. I think Force Wheels, the company, should make a card called Time Sealed. Just saying. So I didn't look too bad by saying that. So drawing card for turn. Looks like he did add the Seal Wind and Light in his hand. Aha, I said it correctly this time. And drawing card for turn. Oh no, he used the G tank to draw a card and then draw phase and draw into it. Okay, I see now, I see. I didn't pay attention to that. So gaining additional 200 life, putting Taz up to 4,300, while Matt is on down to 4,000 life points. Not looking too good because a direct attack will be coming, but nope, and not attacking directly, getting another stone instead. Looks like Taz playing very safe at the moment, instead of going aggressive that he should be doing, forcing the block from the what's his name? From the Arakia bird, but he didn't do it. Or take the damage instead. So right there, last turn he could have done 800 damage and done another 800 damage this turn, doing a bonus of 16 damage on the board, which does put Matt down to 2,400 if he did do it. But it looks like Taz was playing safe and hoping to get the blue source he need. So let's see what can Matt do now. Matt is not in the best position because again he has barely anything on the battlefield compared to his opponent. A G tank, a Barrier Shadow Lave, Death Sight, Hydromonic, and a Shout in play compared to a Arakia Bird, Apollo, Death Sight, and a Firefox just came to play. Let's see what can both players do now. Matt's thinking about his big play at the moment. Does he have Darkness Resonator? I didn't think he has Darkness Resonator. So let's see. Attacking 100 directly. In comes the block. 10 by, and then wait, what's going on? Oh no, I think another misplay is coming in. Oh no, oh no. Oh yeah, he did a misplay. Now I think he's using the Fox effect to get a Chimera out when he really needs is a Darkness and a Green Resonator. He only has one on the battlefield, one Green Resonator, I mean 2 Green Resonator and no Darkness Resonator, so mean that he couldn't get a Chimera out in the first place. So another illegal play, but again, Taz should be paying attention. It's his responsibility as well to see if his opponent playing the correct play, but he's not doing that, so can't really blame Matt because Matt wasn't doing on purpose, I'm pretty sure. Well, hopefully I'm pretty sure, because again, that would be terrible if he did it on purpose. Dropping the Horn in play to shuffle the graveyard. He can shuffle his own graveyard to recycle back all those key cards he's been missing, like that Killing Stone and so on, and that Firefox and Moonbeam. But yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys in the comment section below saying that, oh, Matt is cheating, he shouldn't be doing that. Again, I'm pretty sure it's just a minor misplay. If this was an actual big event in general, then obviously Taz should be paying attention and Matt shouldn't be doing that in the first place. But I'm pretty sure it was unintentional. Attacking directly for 12 damage. Let's see, does Taz take it or not? Wait. No, he's not attacking. He's tapping it down using to play Titanium. I was wondering why he's attacking and so on, but yeah, he's not attacking. He's playing a Titanium on battlefield. Has a 12-12 flyer, and then a Titanium is also a 12-12 flyer, I believe. In comes the Gale Force, killing the Chimera away. I'm surprised he didn't kill the Titanium, because Chimera in the graveyard allows him to use Death Sight to recycle it by removing more Chimeras from his bin. I would kill the Titanium if I was Taz in general, because again, Titanium in the graveyard, removing by Death Sight effect doesn't do much, but removing a Chimera by the Death Sight effect, which allows Matt to gain more options in his remove pile to get more Chimeras out. So it's minor details or minor misplays, but again, it doesn't matter too much again, but I said, well, those little plays could cost you the match, or might not cost you the match in general. We're almost at the 30-minute mark now. Taz is slowly gaining a lot of life, and obviously this is being a long game. Taz have to do something really quick because he only has maybe like 20 minutes left before time is called, and when time is called, he will be in a lot of trouble. Because again, with game 1 in the bag for Matt, and if it does go into time, and if Taz cannot finish the opponent off anytime soon, Matt wins by default because he did win game 1. Now I do really suggest that Taz should go offensive with his rule, because he could have done, again before, he could have done at least what, 8 times 3 at the moment, so he could have done pretty sure 24 damage and putting life down to 16 for Matt, but he decided to play very passively at the moment. This can be the one issue that can cause Taz the game. Yes, I'm pretty sure he's looking for a blue source, but at the moment, at this point in time, your opponent's wide open, your opponent has nothing in play, just go for the kill if possible. And it looks like Matt is using the horn effect to shuffle his own entire graveyard back to his deck. So recycling that killing stone and recycle those chimeras as well into the deck. So it looks like he is doing that. I think that death side is removed, is it? Is it removed? The one on the top, very top. I think it's been removed, but I don't know what's been removed by. Maybe he just missed it? I'm not too sure, to be honest, guys. I'm not too sure. And putting the 2 stone back, 1 stone back to the stone area. So yeah, I'm not sure why did he shuffle the graveyard right away this early in the game, or I should say this at this time, because there's no point to it. Drawing a card, getting more stones out. Getting killing stone in the battlefield, most likely. Yep, he does get a killing stone, but it all depends what can Matt do now. Matt has literally nothing on the battlefield, and for some reason Taz is not going offensive where he should be. His opponent is wide open to do, he should taking some damage and so on. Dropping another Titanium in play, putting the pressure on. In comes the Steel Wind and Light, and again I said it correctly this time. But yeah, if he had those many cancel spells in hand, those removal in hand, there's no reason why not you shouldn't attack your opponent directly. Again, your opponent is completely wide open for multiple attacks, but Taz chooses not to attack in the first place. And we're almost going to time now. We're almost like in the 18-minute mark for time. But let's see now. Let's see what can Taz do. 4,500 compared to 4,000 life point. You can gain all the life point you want if Taz keeps doing this, but again, because Matt wins game 1, if you cannot finish him up anytime soon, you cannot force the draw or force to game 3 where you want to be, the position you want to really be in. He didn't get another source stone here. He's tapping for stones, but he's not attacking. You should be really attacking again. Your opponent's completely wide open. The only time you'd be worried about is that your opponent's having a Black Moonbeam. But again, your opponent would use Black Moonbeam right away as soon as you see the Charlotte. But again, he's not choosing to do it. Attacking with the bird directly for 100 damage. But yeah, I think Taz should have went to the offensive play. He really should have went to the offensive play. Because again, he could have done so much damage in the early games. Like, his opponent was wide open the whole entire game, and he chose to tap for Magic Stone. Now, I'm not saying that tapping for Stone is not a good thing, but with that, your opponent being so wide open, you're controlling his play, there's no reason not to attack your opponent directly. That's from my point of view, but let's see. In comes the Barrier Shadow, so the Barrier Shadow will shut down those Rogue Galleys for Taz, but however, Taz have so much resource in play, those that Barrier Shadow might not matter too much at the moment at this point in time. But yeah, Taz could have done so much damage in the previous turns, but let's see what can Matt do now. Matt is thinking about a big play, but again, his play's been shut down by Taz so much with Steel Wind and Light, removal spell like Endless Night, Unseen Pressure, and so on. There's gonna be a lot of issues. So yeah, in comes the Titanium. Hardcasting the Titanium on the battlefield, which you don't really see every day. Hardcasting it out because again, you don't really want to hardcast it out. But again, I don't think Matt has an option about it for it, I should say. Looks like he's paying 4 to draw a card from the effect and gaining 1 more life. So putting Taz up to 4,700 and gaining additional life from the draw on his turn, 4,800 life. Now we're going to the recover phase. Yeah, if I was Taz, I would have been offensive in the previous couple turns ago. So yeah, let's see what can Taz do now. He has a lot of cards in hand, but I think all this just removes. But and he finally got the blue source he need. But I don't really think it's worth it to wait that long. Your opponent was completely wide open now. I'm not saying he did a misplay, but I think his decision making for getting a blue source out is not worth it in my point of view. Drawing a card again from the Divine Bird because it did go to the graveyard. The game should have been like over a long time ago. In comes to Soul Hunt. Ooh. Soul Hunt forcing out the destruction on the Titanium and losing one card in hand. So let's see. Looks like using the Apollo, bouncing back to Titania, and he will discard a card instead, and discarding the Time Space. Time Space will have an ability in the graveyard with his Remnant, which he can cast out from his graveyard. So it's pretty much like Backflash in Magic the Gathering. So let's see what can Taz do now. With so much life points, so much cards in hand, and dropping a lot of regalias in play as well. Let's see what can Taz actually do. Dropping another Lave and Horn as well. So has like Horn, 2 Horns, 2 Lave, and 1 Death Side. So that's additional 1000 damage onto his ruler, so which can be potentially threatening. Yeah, I think this whole entire game, this whole entire game, Matt only got out 1 Chimera, which is quite surprising. Usually you want to get those Chimera out ASAP, but again, getting slowed down by Taz is an issue as well, which can be a problem. Dropping the Tama, drawing a card, I think he drew into a Firefox, I believe. Dropping the Firefox in play, obviously for not mana ramping, but obviously for defending, I guess, against Charlotte. I guess. Playing another Apollo. I'm not sure why you need Apollo because, well, I guess the Apollo does help bouncing back one of the Resonators, but then again, I'm not too sure. What do you guys think? Do you think he would, you would drop the Apollo down or keep it in hand as a bluff for this card photo, maybe for against like Soul Hunt and so on? Paying 2 to discard 1 card, I believe. To bounce a card back. Bounce back the Firefox. Interesting. That was an interesting play because if I was Taz, I would went to my draw phase, draw return, tap all these for my Regalias, and declare an attack with my J-Ruler. If my opponent decides to, you know, block, just bounce it back. But yeah, quite interestingly, his opponents or Taz is playing very passively and using the removal ability at the wrong time. So let's see now. Life point wise 5,000 compared to 3,900. Field wise we have 1 Apollo, 1 Barrier Shadow, 1 Death Side, and 1 Tama, but that Tama will be going away soon thanks to that Soul Hunt. And his opponent does have 1 Charlotte, 2 Barrier Shadow, 1 G-Tank, 2 Lave, 1 2 Horns, 1 Death Side, and 1 Hydromonica. Not looking too good for Matt at the moment. What would be great at the moment is like a Heavenly Gust, destroying those Regalias, destroying that Death Side, not Death Side, destroying those Barrier Shadow and the G-Tank, putting a major setback for Taz. But I don't think Matt does have a what do you call it? Has a Heavenly Gust in his deck at all. Sacrifice the Tama and the Firefox. Looks like he's attacking directly, going for the offensive play now. I think before recovery he pumps a 1,000, I believe? Yeah, I think he pumps 1,000 before recovery because he does have Lost Stone open. Or is he doing it now? Yeah, he does take a 1,000 life point, which does put him down to 2,500 life point compared to Taz's 5,000, which is completely half. But then again, Taz has been gaining a lot of life from drawing for no reason. Paying 1 to drop the monkey in play to defend, I guess. And then he does have enough Titanium in hand. He can drop it, and obviously for defending purposes, but then again, as long as Taz has cards in hand, he can actually just bounce everything he needs. at the end phase. Looks like he's bounced back to Titanium. Again, I don't really agree with the bouncing at the end phase. I would have just bounced during my turn because again, this will allow you to, when he declares a block, you could have just bounced it back right away. If not, then he just take the major damage. But that is from my point of view though. So let's see. Looks like Taz will be doing the offensive play now, which he should have done in the early game, but he didn't really do it. And not in that, I don't think Matt is in the best position as well, with only a monkey in play. Again, once he decides to block with the monkey, he most likely will get bounced back by Charlotte's ability. But yeah, let's see how everything goes so far. Attacking directly, 400 I believe? I think? Looks like Taz is deciding to bounce or not. Looks like he will be. Paying 3, 4. Paying 4 to draw a card from the tank ability. Paying 2 to bounce back the monkey back in hand. So how big is that? I think he did some tapping before recovery. I wasn't paying attention. Looks like he did another 14 I believe to the base. Which does put Matt down to 1,100 life point. In comes the monkey for defending purposes, but I don't think Matt is in the greatest position at the moment in time. And we are in time now, so this is turn 0. So now at the moment, Taz really have to get this game to his favor at the moment. He has to kill it right away. Finish off Matt off. If not, then the game will go into to Matt's favor. So let's see. Let's see now. Currently life point wise 3,500, nothing 5,300 compared to 1,000 life point. Attacking directly, which is really big at the moment. Because again, he just tapped all this regalia out to do so much damage on board. In comes the time space, debuffing the J ruler and by -5/-5, so which can stall a bit in a way, but not too much. So yeah, it really depends. What can Matt do at this point in time? Matt is really thinking about it. Paying 2 to use time space from his hand, and then a -5/-5 onto it, and then drawing a moonbeam. Definitely not a black moonbeam, but it's a moonbeam. Paying 2 again to debuff by -5/-5 to draw a card, so now currently is on 0 attack. Zero attack, yeah, at the moment. Looks like tapping 5 to activate all those 5 regalias, those 2 lave, 2 horns, and 1 death side to do 2,000 damage. Under 2,000, add additional 1,000 damage. So putting the 1,000 back within range from Matt, going from 1,000 to 0 life points. But let's see what can Matt do. I'm not sure he can do anything with this 1,000 attack. And he's on 1,000 life point as well. And someone just blocked in and see what's going on. But yeah, looks like paying 1, paying 2. Using another time space from his graveyard to -5/-5 just to survive that turn, which is kind of huge. And then drawing a card as well from the time space. So he does need all this hand advantage he needs, because again, he's not in the best position at the moment. So now this is turn 0 still, as soon, yep, turn 1 now. We are in turn 1 for Matt, so now Matt has to literally survive next turn in order to win the game. Because again, Matt just needs to survive 1 major attack from Taz, and when he does survive that, he'll be fine. Playing the monkey in play, monkey will obviously be helpful, obviously for the blocking purposes, not in that, calling chimeras out, dropping the Arachia bird for more draw power, and obviously a sack fodder. Sack fodder for the fox, obviously, most likely. But let's see what can Matt do now. He can definitely get a Chimera out, but he might be getting armor out. Armor allows to destroy himself to gain 15 life, and that might be more than enough to survive the game. So yeah, I don't see that's not a bad play, because if you armor himself, you get 15 life, you armor again on your opponent's turn, you gain another 15 life. So yeah. So yep, sacrificing, killing stone and so on, draining life, and then yeah. Looks like what can you do? He's looking at that armor at the moment, yep. Getting the armor out, targeting himself. But however, the G10 comes into play, targeting the armor, so you can't target himself, so it means that you can't kill it, so you can't gain any life. So, which is a quite awkward situation that rarely happens, but since it did happen, let's see how it goes. And Taz drew for turn, but not realizing Matt didn't finish his turn yet. Playing the monkey, and so on. Moonbeam out, obviously for, let's see, 1, 2, for 1 cost. Getting the Tama, yeah, Tama to draw a card, and obviously have the field full of folders for sacrifices and so on. So you can get another armor out during his opponent's turn, which is great. Drawing another Tama not bad at all, for more draw factor and so on. Paying 1, dropping the Tama out to draw a card. And drawing to the Shade, which can be huge, because Shade can gain you life by doing damage to the opponent, or doing damage to Resonator. And let's see now. And drawing for turn, so this is turn 2 now. And looks like Matt is thinking at the moment. Matt's thinking just tell him to wait for a second. Yeah, tell him to wait for a second because he might want to do something. Yep, look like using the Chimera effect to sacrifice the monkey and the Tama from Fox and a Killing Stone as well. And looks like he will armor himself again to gain that 15 life, because at the moment those Regale were tapped down, so pretty much he couldn't even tap to buff out Charlotte. So looks like he's thinking about what to do at the moment. Yep, playing the armor, killing his own armor to gain more life back, putting back to 2,000 life points, which is huge because Charlotte at the moment can only do like 1,000 more damage, so meaning he can put him down to 14 damage, he can put him down to 600 life, which is not enough to finish the game off unless what do you call it? Unless Taz can do something about this situation. And not that, even he can actually do additional 6 more life as well from the Shade effect. He can shade his own Resonant to gain 6 life. So put him back to 2,600 life points. So this is turn 2. So this is the final turn that Taz can have to finish the game off. Once it goes to turn 3, Matt just say, I end my turn, and that's the game. And because Matt won game 1, he wins by default of this round. Let's see, Taz really pretty much had to do something about the situation. If he did this early game damage with Charlotte in the like a couple turns ago, like before, rather than waiting for a blue Magic Stone, he could have perhaps done enough damage for a game at that point. But yeah, it seems like Taz might have like did the wrong decision making and not attacked directly with Charlotte as aggressive as it should be. Now Matt's thinking what to block with, and he's blocking with the armor just in case unseen pressure comes in, but I don't think that will be an issue because again Charlotte can just pay 1 blue and 1 colors and to bounce it back to hand, and which most likely will be bouncing the armor back to hand. And 400 damage directly, so paying 1, 2, well he's paying 1 first. 1. Yeah, he's thinking about the damage output at the moment. Yeah, he's thinking about the damage output, yeah, definitely. See, he can do 2,000 damage or not. So, yeah. So 1, 2, 3. So playing 3 to pump 3 times, so doing 1,000. No, yeah, doing 1,000 damage. Yep, so which puts him down to 1000 life point. In comes the Blaze of Flying Swiftness doing 1000 damage, and that will be more than enough for game. But however, thanks to Shades of Fury, tapping and banish it, and then doing damage, and he gains 600 life as well. And so he will survive with 600 life point, and that won't be enough for his opponent to finish the game. So that's the game, guys. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you guys next time. Peace.